guys, welcome you all to my channel. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, thanks a lot. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. So in today's video guys, we are going to be making a simple video on how to cut your bra. I'm so excited to put out this video here, and I hope you are also happy to watch this video. Now if you want me to make a video on how to cut your pants and how to sew your pants, put that in the comment section and I'm going to make a video on that, okay? And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so when I pop out a video on how to cut and sew your pants, you are also going to get notified and watch the video. So you're also going to get notified and also watch the video. So underwears are one part of fashion which you can decide to base on. You can decide to go into laundry, make your underwear such as your bra, your pants. This could be ready to wear. You can make use of African print just like your swimming dresses. And guys, this is so easy to achieve. You can make this within 5 minutes, trust me. But don't forget to join us on Facebook, T Designs, and also on Instagram. And also visit our website guys. We have fashion illustration topics on our website, and I'm going to put down details in the description box below. So what are the basic measurements required for our bra? We have our basic measurements, which happens to be your bra cup, okay? So the first thing you have to achieve first is your bra cup. So how will you know the amount of fabric required for you to cut this or the measurements? It simply depends on the size of your bra cup. So I'm going to say this, that the more your bra cup or the more your bra size, that is the more fabric you are going to need. So if your bra or your bust size falls between 30 inches, that is from 30 inches to 38 inches, then you are going to make use of 9 by 9 inches. You are going to make use of 9 by 9. Now if your bra size falls between 40, let's say from 40 to 48 inches, then you can make use of 10 by 10. So this is where we just have like 40s, 10 by 10. So the more your bra size, the more you can increase the measurements. And that doesn't mean you can decide that maybe you just want to cover up the whole bust area, you can increase it, or you just want to cover up like just your nipple parts, you can go ahead and reduce it. It depends on how you want to slay with your bra, okay? So aside that, the next thing we are going to do now is your band. The amount of fabric required for your band is basically your waist measurements, and you're going to add enough to it. So let's say my waist is 30 inches. I can decide to add as much as 10 inches, 8 inches, because we're going to tie it at the back. So the more fabric you have determine how like the enough fabric you're going to have just to tie it around your back. So go ahead and add about 7, 5, 8 inches to your basic waist measurement. That is what you are going to need for your band. Now the next thing we need now is our stripe. Of course, because your stripe is going to come this way to the back of your neck, and you can decide just like tie it and just cross it at your back. It also depends on how long you want it to be. Now when it comes to bra making, you just have to be creative enough just to add as many inches as you want, so that you can tie it any way you want to slay with it, okay? So for these stripes now, I'm going to make use of about 18 inches. Note that you can make use of 20, because just check out how many fabric required for you to tie it at your back. You can also decide to cross it to your back and tie it. So the more fabric you add to for your stripe, the more you have enough fabric to tie, okay? So I'm just gonna make it of 18 inches. Now the wideness of our stripe depends on how tiny you want it to be. So you could make it of 2 inches, you make it of 3, 4, 5. It just depends on how tiny you want it to be or how big you want it to be. So it all depends on you. Now the wideness of our band also, you guys, you can make it of 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. It just depends on how bold you want it to be. But for me, I'm going to make it of 4 inches. So for my band now, I have 30 by 4, and for my stripe I have 18 by 3 inches. Note that that's why I just took out my time to explain, so you don't just have to like stick to what I'm giving you. So just get the measurement that you want and then you are good to go. Don't forget to visit our website, to the designs, also our Facebook page and our Instagram page. All the details are going to be in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. So now let's move straight into the video. Guys, I'm going to be showing you guys like very briefly how to achieve your bra. Now this is what we have. I just have like 2 pieces which indicate like one part of your breast and the other part also, right? So for the measurements, I'm going to make use of 9 inches by 9 inches. However, you can make yours 10 inches by 10, you can make yours 11 inches by 11 inches. It simply depends on the size of your bust. Okay, so once you are done with that, so this is what we have. We have our measurements, which is 10 inches by 10. However, you can make yours 11 inches by 11 or 12 inches by 12. It depends on the size of your bust. Okay, so this is what we have. Now you go ahead and fold your fabric in a triangular shape this way. Fold your fabric in a triangular shape. Now you take this part of your fabric, fold your fabric in a triangular shape this way. Now once you are done with that, you take this part of your fabric also and then you fold it again. So this is what we have. You fold it again. So by the time you open this up, you're going to have a line here. So go ahead and cut that out. So once you cut it out, this is what you are going to have. So you set this aside. So now for the other part also, go ahead and fold your fabric this way in a triangular shape. So once you fold it, you also go ahead and fold it also. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So we have 2 pieces this way. So we end up having 2 pieces this way. Now for the lining, you can make use of your lining or you can just make use of another fabric to turn it. It depends on what you want to achieve, but whichever one you use, you are still going to have like a very good form. Okay, so I just want to make use of the fabric also just to turn it. Note that it's optional. You can decide to make use of lining to turn it. Okay, so go ahead and fold it again and then you place it this way and you cut it out. You cut it out. So kindly give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut this out. So once I'm done, I'm going to have 4 pieces, but I'm going to set this aside as my lining while I make use of this as the main fabric. Note that they are the same measurement. So go ahead and pick up 1 piece this way and then you place it this way. And then you place it this way. So go ahead and stitch this part. Go ahead and stitch it. You stitch it all the way down. So you're only going to make use of this part, okay? And you also do the same for this. So I'll set this aside. So we are going to take note of is the next thing we are going to take note of is our band. Note that the wideness of your band determines how big you want it to be. Okay, so for me, I have about 8 inches, which means on a double fold this way, I'm going to have 4 inches for my band. And by the time I stitch 1 inch for my sewing allowance, I'm just going to have 3 inches, which is fine by me. Now for the length of your band, make use of your waist measurements and then you add inches to it. Okay, so the number of inches you add to it determine how, like, the number of inches you add to it determine how much fabric you are going to have to tie at your back. Okay, so you can go ahead and add about 5 inches, 10 inches. It just depends on how much fabric you want to tie at the back. So we're needing our band also, which we have 8 inches. So for me here, I added about 8 inches extra because I'm going to wrap it at the back. So we'll go ahead and set this aside. Another thing also also you are going to cut out is your stripes. Okay, is your stripes. So we are going to make use of this as your stripes. Again, note that the wideness of your stripe determine how big or tiny you want it to be. So it's not like you have a basic measurement whereby you say, oh, your stripe should be 4 inches or your stripes should be 2 inches or 3 inches. No, it just depends on how big or how tiny you want it to be. So for me, I have about 4 inches. By the time I'm done sewing, I'm going to have about 1.5 inches. Note that you can reduce yours or you can increase it. It depends on what you want. And again, for the length of your band, guys, it just depends on how much fabric you want to have at the end of the day, because of course you are going to tie it. And note that the longer your stripes and the longer your band, okay, the longer your stripes and the longer your band is going to make you have enough fabric to tie and just to rock it like any way you want it to be. So you can just go ahead and make sure that you have like a long band, and of course you have a long stripe, because you're still going to tie this at the back of your neck, which you will understand later in the course of this video. So now let's go ahead and couple this up. So guys, this is what we have. What we are going to do now is we are going to go ahead and fold it this way. Go ahead and fold it this way, and we'll go ahead and stitch this part. Okay, after stitching this part, you just go ahead and stitch here also. So once you are done with that, this is what you are going to have. So by the time you open this up, you can see what it looks like. And of 2 pieces for it this way, you can see the shape of our brow, which already comes up. You can see what it looks like. Now, because we also made use of this fabric for our lining, you go ahead and place it this way on each other. Okay, you go ahead and place it this way on each other, right? So let me just use this to explain. You go ahead and place it this way on each other and place on each other. Now what you are going to do now is you are going to take your stripe, go ahead and place your stripes this way, and then you place it on each other like this. So you go ahead and stitch this part, then you stitch this other part. So after stitching it, I'll do the same for this second one, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, after that, this is what it looks like. You can see our stripe effect and you can see our bust part. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So the next thing we are going to do now is just go ahead and fixing your band this way, and you can see this is what our band looks like. So just go ahead and fixing your band. And for the back block also, you can see, because we made use of the fabric to turn it, so you can just tie it whichever way you prefer. You can tie it this way or you can make use of this part. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will go ahead and put it on and show you guys what it looks like.